Hey guys, it's me, Travis with DFS Karma. I got a screen share going on here of our new partner called Jock Market. Yes, that is Jock Market, or if you don't have the app yet, go to jockmkt.online. So jockmkt.online. Download their app. It's available for iPhone, Apple devices, as well as Google Play Store for Android smartphones and tablets. So I actually have my screen share going on right here. This is currently, I'm recording this on August 14th. We have a preseason 7 p.m. Eastern time slate about to lock in roughly 10 minutes, I believe. Yeah, about 10 minutes this should be locking. So the slates lock for Jock Market, or the IPO locks, if you will, which I'll go into in a second. They lock about 2 to 3 minutes before the slate locks, or before the slate starts. So what you're trying to do, there's two different concepts, two different parts of this fantasy gaming platform. You have the IPO period, and then you have the live market period. So if you know anything about stock market, you already know what the IPO is, but for those that don't, IPO stands for initial public offering. So what you're doing in the IPO period, which is from when it opens all the way till about 3 minutes before lock, or 3 minutes before, you could say lock, or before, the slate starts, the first game of the slate, that entire period, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, depending on when they originally open it, that is a period where you're bidding against every single other player in this contest, every single other player on the platform, trying to get shares of a particular fantasy player. So when the entire slate ends, whoever's ranked number one in terms of fantasy points scored, so whoever has the most fantasy points scored for the slate, every single share of them is equal to $25. And then the second place gets $20 per share, and then it just keeps going down and down and down. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get players who are projected to maybe finish, let's just say 10th in the rankings, but you believe that they're going to exceed that spot, and they're going to finish maybe second or third, maybe even first, so you're actually going to get more money paid back when the shares check out. So you buy a share of player A, let's just say it for $7, and if he finishes in first place in fantasy point scoring out of everybody else on that slate, that one share you bought for $7, I think I said 7 in my example. If I didn't, $7, that share is equal to $25, which means you made an $18 profit. So that one share just got you $18. Now you can get as many shares as you want to in the live market, or if you're doing the free rolls like we're going to be doing here in a second, they give you $250 in play tokens, if you will, to bid on. So we explain this 24/7, 365. If you go to our, if you're not in the Discord chat yet, go to chatdfs.com, get in the channel. Get in the server, get in the free channel, just called NFL Jock Market. We have PGA Jock Market, we have MLB. We talk about all the different sports they offer. It's free, and you can ask as many questions as you want to. So that being said, let's go to it right now. So right now, I'm looking at my phone here. So you want to look at the for this free roll anyway, for what I'm recording here for this video. It's in the free to play events, which you see right here at the bottom. You have all of these different options. They already have the free roll ready for tomorrow, 8:15. You see there in the bottom left for Sunday. But we've already entered the contest for that locks here in a couple minutes. So tapping on that one here. Here's the entire player pool. Let's see how many people total they have in this one. Looks like there's 140 players in this player pool. And the number to the right in the black button there, that is what the current bid is for shares of that player. So before it locks, you're kind of bidding against each other, trying to get shares of a player. So according to this, everyone believes that good old Geno Smith here is going to be the highest scoring player on the slate. And then you Baker Mayfield second. And actually, let me sort it by price right now. No, actually, correction. I didn't have it sorted by price. Trey Lance is right now the favorite at $10 a share. But of course, if he finishes first, so even if you buy him at the most expensive spot at $10, if he finishes first, you still got $15 profit a share. So if you go all in and buy as many as you can, which in theory, when you have $250 in play tokens, plus there's a little bit of transaction tax, if you want to call it that, or a transaction fee, you can get just under 25 shares of him at $10 a share. But of course, if you have 25 shares, just in theory, without the fee included, if you get 25 shares of him and he gets $25 per share, you're going to make a nice profit. And so in these free rolls, what you're trying to do is they actually pay out, I think last night was maybe like the top 20. No, top 30. So if you finish in the top 30 in the free roll, you get at least, I think, $5, couple bucks. And then the first place, I think, is $100 or $75, depending on each free roll. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the most profit. You want to have your $250 in play tokens they give you and the free rolls turn into as much as possible. In the past couple nights, I've seen the person who's getting first typically has about $1,000 in play tokens. So they more or less 4x their starting amount. So, like I said, if this doesn't make any sense, you have a channel where we do 24/7 help on this platform. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull up. So preseason wise, I fully 110% rely on our preseason NFL team of mainly Ben and Bales. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to one of our premium channels in our Discord. I'm not going to pull it up right now, but I'm going to look at it. And so Ben has a write-up for tonight's evening slate. So first thing I'm going to do, let's see here. His top 2 favorite QBs are Jordan Love and Trey Lance. We already know Trey Lance is the most expensive. I typically, for these preseason free rolls, I don't go for the most expensive person because with my luck, they'll get a few series. They'll get, 4 fantasy points, and then their backup will get, like Joe Flacco did the other day. Freaking backup gets 1,000,000 points. Running backs, he mentions names Demetric Felton, Jake Funk, Larry Roundtree, Josh Kelly. Receiver, he has these are all in the premium channel that you can pay. It's a $20 flat fee, and you get all the preseason content for the entire preseason, which is a pretty good deal. But this is one of the things you get is this massive cheat sheet of his final thoughts, if you will. So I'm looking at that right now. So in the preseason, if you actually watch this and you actually get in before the preseason ends, the Jock market does not have every single possible player on every single roster. So if when Ben writes up someone for DFS, for DraftKings, or FanDuel, which they may be on that slate, they're not necessarily going to be in this prize pool or in this player pool. But you do have a search option right here. You can just type a name in and then go from there. So I'm just going to find a name here. Let's go to receivers. He says, this position is tough on a slate like this. I'll mainly be targeting young guys or guys that are on the roster bubble. As far as top plays, I like Jalen Darden. So first I'm going to go in here. I'm going to type in Darden, see if he's on here. He's not. Next one is Denzel Mims. Not on the prize pool. Atwell. Not on here either. Palmer. Like I said, it's weird because it's you can't for these free rolls for the preseason. They're just giving us only like 100 players, and of course there's 1 billion players on every single team that's playing. So we don't get everybody for the preseason anyway, but we do get everybody, all the big names, everybody you need for week 1 once that rolls around here in a couple weeks. Let's see. McSorley. Okay, so McSorley. He says he likes Jordan Love and Trey Lance the most, with Kyle, Lauletta, and McSorley as his third and fourth. So let me go back here real quick. So Love, so they're all up there. Lauletta's 450, McSorley, so they're both 450. So okay, so he likes. So these are 3 and 4. They're both 450 each. And then there's a bump up to like 10. Yeah, 10 both for that one. So what I'm going to do here, let's just try to target some quarterbacks. So let's go to Lauletta, if I'm even saying that name right. And we're going to tap on buy here. So right now, it says suggested price is $366 with his market price at $450. So let's say I will bid as most as 5 play tokens per share. And I want 5 shares total. And you see there's that 1% fee there. So instead of 25 even, it's 25.25. I'm going to review order, submit order. So now, because I bid above the current highest, which was 450, I currently have the highest active bid for that person. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to be paying 5 play tokens or $5 if you're playing the live market. It doesn't mean I'm going to be paying 5 each. It all depends what the second highest bidder is. The same thing as eBay. If something is bidding for $100 on eBay and you bid $1,000, it doesn't mean you pay $1,000. It's whatever is like a penny or $1 or $5, however eBay does it, above the next highest bid. So I just did 5 for that there. All right, so I'm going to go to, what was the other quarterback we were looking at? McSorley. So same thing. So McSorley's currently at 5, so he just got bumped up in that meantime. So let's do $5.50. And I'm going to get 5 shares there, which with the 1% fee is $27.78. So I'm going to get 5 shares of him. All right. Keep backing out here. All right, what's another player? Let's look at the running backs he has. We only have a few more minutes here. We got about 2 minutes to lock. So I'm going to put a few more offers in. Felton, Funk, and Roundtree. Felton's not in here. Funk isn't in here. Roundtree, yeah. So this is not going to be an issue you're going to run into with week 1. This is just how it is for Keyshawn Vaughn, not in here. $550 for Travis Etienne. He's too expensive right now for me. Tanner Hudson, he likes for tight end. I don't know if he's available. No. Oliver and Gray. All right, so we got Noah Gray as a top play. Or for tight end anyway. He doesn't really like tight ends too much. So even though it's $250, I'm going to bid 3 even. I'm going to say I want 10 shares of him. Place order. So yeah, so right now, you know, let's just get some of in the minute we have left, if it hasn't locked yet, let's try to get some Trey Lance. What is he at? 1010? So let's do 1050. Let's do 5 shares of him, just in case he's the top scorer. We can turn 1050 into 25. So right now you see this is what we have bid on here. So we bid 5 shares of Trey Lance at 1050, and it's currently at 1011. We have 5 shares of McSorley at 550, which is currently at 550. So we currently, so people are trying to outbid us. We currently have that. So we may get outbid in the minute that's left before this locks. We have 5 shares of Loletta at 5, which is at 478. So we have the highest bid on that one. And the same thing for Noah Gray. Yeah, Noah's his first name. Noah Gray there at 256. So in any time now, so it's 6:58 p.m. This slate locks at 7 p.m. And that's when the slate starts. So typically 2 to 3 minutes before the slate starts, that's when you expect everything to lock, and then for you to see if you what orders you've won. So we're going to wait for that here real quick. What we're going to do, it should be happening any time now because it's 6:58. So this is about the time where everything locks. Now, what I've seen, the people that have been winning the past few preseason free rolls, especially we had our guy building the wall in our community, who's been with us for a long time. He got second place because he went all in on, I can't remember that running back's name. I think it was the Arizona Cardinal backs. What the crap was that? Arizona Cardinals. Cardinal backs. What the crap was I saying? Arizona Cardinals. Eno was his first name. He went all in on him, and because he was the fourth or second best scorer, he got second place, which got him $50 on a free roll. So you just saw that notification pop up. So it is officially locked now. And we go into holdings, and so we actually got everybody we wanted. So we got 5 shares of Trey Lance at 1011. We got 5 shares of McSorley at 550. Noah Gray, 256. So you saw that we kept bidding higher and higher and higher than the amount there. Yeah, contest is now open. So you could just sit tight, not do anything at all, and hope that your players that you did acquire, the shares of the players you did acquire, that they outperform what you paid for them. So if you pay, like in theory, let's just say we paid $20 a share, which is something you should never do. But let's say we paid $20 a share for a player, and then he finishes first place and gets $25. So every single share you make a $5 profit. So you always want people to outperform. But that is what you just saw was the entire first half of this concept of how you play on Jock Market. A lot of people only do this first half, the IPO. They buy and then they sit and they just watch the games. There's another half, which is the live market. So right now, all these players here, I can buy any player here I want to, in theory. So let's say Jarvis Landry, you see right here, is you see his market price right now. Well, it says 371, but that really doesn't really mean much in the live market. What you want to look for is the red number underneath that, which is right above the ask. So the lowest someone's willing to sell 1 share of Jarvis Landry. Oh, well, that got moved around. Anyway, the ask is the lowest amount someone is willing to sell a share for. So right now, Tyreek Hill, his lowest ask is 567. So if I was quick enough, I could get I'm guaranteed at least 1 share of Tyreek Hill for $5.67. So you can continue to play around and buy people. You can, if you don't want to buy Tyreek Hill at 567, but you're interested and you can't like stare at their phone the entire time. You can't stare at the app, and you want to have a bid out for him. You want to have the highest bid in case somebody decides to to sell them for lower. That's what that bid is right there. So right next to Tyreek Hill's ask, you see it says $1.67 for the bid. So if I wanted to bid the highest, I would bid $1.68 or $1.70 or whatever. So if somebody's willing to sell off and like maybe Tyreek Hill's in the fourth quarter and there's no chance of him getting a reception and you believe that he might get one, or he's already finishing in a certain spot where he has a certain payout, you can do a $1.68 bid and then go from there. So it keeps fluctuating because everybody's at 0 points right now. But yeah, so there's an entire other game. The live game is completely different because you're not fighting against everyone else for these initial shares. You're just trying to get shares that other users already have and they're willing to sell. So I have the holdings right now. So let's say you look at Trey Lance, his lowest ask is $20.73. We paid a $10.11 for him. So if we wanted to, in theory, I'll just do it for this video here. Let's say we want to sell one share. The lowest ask right now is $20.73. So if we did $20 even, just for argument's sake, and I would sell one share at $20. If anybody ever bids $20, I automatically sell that share. So I now have the cheapest share available on the market. So let's go back to that there. So you see Trey Lance, you see underneath the Trey Lance 368 black button, it says $20 ask. That is our ask. So we just set a sell order. So if anybody bids $20, we can have them. So if you don't have to wait on someone to score. You don't have to wait on someone else to do anything. You can just set it and forget it. You can just buy shares and win them at lock and not do anything. Or you can not buy anybody during that, and you can just buy players as they, overperform or underperform, sell, and all that other stuff. But if you are having this in your hand during a game, there's a huge edge to watching a game live or watching a game on TV, where as soon as someone, like if you see someone way open and there's this just football just floating in their hands, you know it's going to be an automatic like 60-yard touchdown. If you're fast enough, you can go on there and you can start scooping up. Like if you can freeze time, scoop up every single player, because that player is about to jolt up the rankings list because he's going to get this huge 60-yard touchdown bomb, and you know that people aren't going to always react fast enough to change the pricing.
A few moments later.
Okay, so it's the following day now. The contest is over. At the top left square, you see it says paid out. $500 NFL contest, 8/14. Paid 4:07 a.m. this morning. It was a late slate. There was a 10 p.m. game on there, so that's why it was paid out so late. If it's early slate or anything like that, then of course you're already paid out earlier, and then it shows I finished 31st of 359 players. We're going to tap on that square, and these are all of our here's our holdings right here. So you remember we got a lot of shares, or a few shares of Lauletta, Cleveland quarterback, and I think we actually got one or two extra ones while we saw him performing well. So we finished with 7 shares. Each individual cost, or the average cost of the shares, you see in the bottom right of his rectangle, his tab, if you will, it says $7.71. So we got 7 shares of Lauletta for an average cost of $7.71, and of course he finishes the top score. So you see right there in the black box, $25 a share. No matter what the game contest is, if a player finishes in the number one spot, that number one spot is 25. Then it pays out 20, 18, 16. As you see, I have shares of the top 4 scorers there. So 7 shares, $7.71 average. Each share paid out $25, which means we made a profit of $121.05 on just those 7 shares of that one player. We scooped up 2 shares of Peterman after we saw him performing well enough in preseason anyway, with how few snaps everybody gets. And so I actually was able to get 2 shares for an average cost of $9.98 each, and they paid out $20 because he finished in second place. So I made $20.04 on there. Looks like we got 1 share of Huntley. We were able to get him for $11.05, which gave us a profit of $6.95 because each share got $18. Trey Lance was somebody we got the IPO of. We had 5 shares of him at $10.11, and he finished 4th overall, which gave us a profit of $29.45 because each share was $16. I think I scooped up 5 shares of Volvo. I don't think I had him in the IPO, so I think I got him during the live stuff, where somebody was selling shares at an average cost of $8.90. So I scooped up 5 because I saw him performing above everyone else. So I got 5 shares of him for $8.90 average. Each share paid out $13, so I made $20 in profit there. Jameis Winston, same thing. Picked up 2 shares live. I saw where he was going to finish, and I knew that everybody else in the player pool, there's a chance they're not going to surpass Jameis Winston at 13, which paid him $9.50 per share. So I got 2 shares at $4.65 each, and then McSorley, which I believe was someone, I believe we got his IPO. So 5 shares of his IPO at $5.50. He finished 21st, which sucked, but 21st still pays out $7.25 a share, so he still made $8.75. So we go to leaderboard here. These are the people that won. So if you tap on, this is how much money they had in their accounts for this free roll. So if you see my final balance in the top left, I had $447. So I started with $250 of this play money for the free roll. I finished with $447. The people that are winning the first place in these free rolls, as you see, are getting roughly $1,200 in final balance. And it's pretty much what I've seen so far is going all in on one particular player. And if that player is if that player has like a 10x from what their IPO was, from what their final payout was, that's how they get that crazy high stuff there. So if we tap on the green button, it'll switch over to how much money they made in the free roll. So Robbie made $75 in the free roll. You can tap on his name as well. And this guy actually had he had 80% Peterman. So if we tap on Peter, let's go back to Peterman there, see what his IPO was. So Peterman finished second overall. His IPO was $2.50. So this guy, 80% of his portfolio for the day was Peterman, and his IPO, which you see in the left there under pricing, it says IPO $2.50. So when the IPO closed, when the slate locked, every share of Peterman was $2.50. This guy went bananas on Peterman, got tons of shares, and he almost 10x'd. Each share was $2.50. Each share paid out $20. That's why he finished number one there for that one. So, depending on when you guys are watching this, technically there's still an hour before lock of the next free roll. But if you see here, under the free-to-play events, it says $500 NFL Sunday Contest, 8:15. That is technically today, or that is today, but depending on when you're watching this. I just tap on Join for free. Join for free. They gave me another free $250 in play credit. You see there in the top left available. And I can start doing my IPO bids for the players for the 1 p.m. slate. So hopefully showing you guys from square one of what to do all the way to how the results look and what you should be doing, whether it's the free rolls or the live market. Live market does work slightly. It works the same, but strategy-wise it's a little bit different because not everybody starts with the same amount. In these free rolls, everybody starts with $250 of these play chips. In the live market, it's your bankroll. So you can come in with a $1,000 bankroll. You can come in with a $25 bankroll. Like it's whatever your bankroll is. If you come with a $25 bankroll and you get one share of someone at like $5 and they get paid out $20, you made a $15 profit and you started with a $25 bankroll, what have you. But you can come in with a larger bankroll and get a lot more people and increase your profit. It all depends on what your bankroll is, and everybody is competing against shares against each other. That being said, if you have questions, like I said before, please ask them in the comments or join our free chat room. Just go to chatdfs.com, and then you can join us in the NFL Jock Market channel. Or if you're more of a fan of the MLB contest or PGA or what have you, as you saw, let me go back here. They have contests for MLB, PGA, and NFL. So join us in the chat room, ask questions, and Jock Market is what we're playing here. JockMKT.online. Use promo code KARMA. Get that free $50 deposit bonus. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.